Welcome back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Numenera, episode 10, I believe. Last time we spoke to the cultists, tried to convince them that we were their god, because, you know, why not? And they told us to fix this, like, temporal clock or whatever, and we did. And then we talked to 3 spirits, and chose, like, one of them to give their skills. I got Silver Tongue, because I like to talk. And now we're talking to the specter that's in our mind. So let's continue talking with him. Let's see. Are you always here? He shrugs. Where else would I be? Let's see. I found the resonance chamber, but it's broken. Yeah, I saw that. I don't see everything you do out there in the world, but I definitely saw that. You have to find a way to fix it. How did activating the clock in the real world open that other fathom? Who knows? I probably triggered something in your mind, made it bridge. You didn't. It probably, not him. It probably triggered something in your mind, made a bridge you did not have before. Maybe you did have the bridge once, but you lost it. What should I do now? With the chamber broken, I'm not sure. You need to find someone who can fix it. Oh, okay. It's just a repeat. Can other fathoms open up like that? Maybe. Okay. You're not telling me anything interesting. Your thoughts are fuzzy. Why can't I read them? His voice is dry, but his smile takes some of the sting from his words. I imagine it's because we're in the place of pure thought. I'm a construct of pure thought, and that's our conversation. And that's our conversation is taking place in the level of thoughts. Most things here aren't real. It'd be like reading your own mind. Reading your own mind? That's witchcraft. If this is my mind, why don't I remember this place? Told you as much as I know. If it's your mind, and I think you're just repeating things I asked you earlier. Alright. Anything to do while I'm here? You mean apart from the cabaret acts, distilleries, and endless adventure just beyond this wrinkle in your mind? He jabs you in the arm with elbows. Ha! If you believe that, sorry, but it's your mind, and there's nothing like that here. I've looked. Still, you've changed things plenty already. I won't be surprised if something showed up here eventually. Yeah, you're not really telling me anything. Alright, farewell.
Go.
You bore me. I'm assuming we leave the same way we entered last time, or
All
left.
Right. Ready.
Nothing interesting. Alright. Bye, Spectre.
Thank you.
Back talking to the cultists and convincing them I'm their god. Won't that be fun? Alright, knocking people into walls hurts them. That makes sense. And we're back. Hey, I'm your god. You fixed the clock. I knew you could do it. I knew it. She shouts in a triumphant smile at Mimian. You must tell us what you saw. Who were those figures? Were they Casas? What did they say? Were you able to retrieve them? He smiles, though reservation still dancing in his eyes. Hush, Cass. Our inspiration had a question for us once the task was set for him was complete. And we do have answers for your questions, revered one. This is as soon as we hear the report of what you have found. Tell us. She is nearly breathless with excitement. I'll tell him the truth. I meant, fantasy names. Disappointment increases her face. I know those names. They're not new to us. They were favored servants of your creator, cast-offs, who served him well, indeed. Fantasy name brought the Order of Truth to Sage's cliffs, but they betrayed their holy trust and disappeared. He sighs. Nonetheless, we will honor our agreement. You saw answers about who might repair the resonance chamber. I wish I could tell you that. I truly do. We know that you built it with your aid of one of your vessels. But we didn't know his or her name. Perhaps one of your children might know where to find him or her. I know of only one other cast-off in the city, and the albino assassin. Fantasy name. Machina. They call her the White Death. She wore a camouflage cloak and brought destruction in her wake. Last I heard of her, she was in the underbelly. He restrains a shoulder. Seek her, but be wary.
Updated my journal.
Sweet. So much XP. Ooh, I think she leveled.
Shall we?
Aha. Oh, I think I leveled too. Sweet. Levels for everyone. Levels for days. Increase the stat pool. Extra effort. Ability or skill. Let's try skills. I cannot intimidate people apparently. Let's see. Remembering stuff. Set for use. Endurance. Initiative, lore. Natural persuasion. Running. Stealth. Concentration, deception. Healing. Lore, mystical. Perception. Quick fingers. Smashing. I do like to be more talky in these games, so I'll be more persuasive. Do what I say.
I understand now.
He understands now. It's good. She leveled up too. Increase edge. An extra effort. I do like increasing edge. I'll intelligence with her too. You're not yet level. Alright. Okay, apparently so one of them was whistling. Alright, we did all that. What do stats look like? And we might be able to go through one more set of things before we have to take a rest. So, I believe we're done talking to these people. He bows low. Your Holiness, what can the humble servants provide? Or have you come to enlighten me and teach me wisdom? Her hands clutch and tremble at each other, and she practically grasps her words at you. You are here to serve you, Lord. I bet you are. Cast off. There's the chamber. I'd like to join your group. Try to share. What supplies do you have to share? It is a great honor to provide our wares to you, Holy One. But we are a small group and we are not wealthy. We exist in a small donation couriers and the occasional great gift from one of your children, such as a weapon from the Chalcedian fantasy name. As much as we would love to give these to you, we simply cannot afford to do so. However, because it is you, we will not ask for much in return. Sweet. I get a discount then. Healing stuff. What's this? cortical shunt. Artifact. +1 training level and deception skill. +2 damage on esoteric attacks. -3 resistance. Ooh, that's not good. Nah, I'm not gonna grab that. As cool as it is,
All right.
being even more likely to take damage is not good. Let's see. What else have we not explored?
With alacrity.
Thing up here. Random green mutant. Hello, mutant. Alright, you're not.
Yes.
You don't say anything? No,
Let's go.
you don't say anything interesting. You're a crier. What do you say?
As you wish.
Nothing interesting. It's over here.
We shall see.
Townsperson. Alright, that's into another area. Just want to make sure to
Going.
check every area first. I'm thorough like that. Ooh,
All
stuff
right.
down here. People with names. Hello, people with names. This couple stands together, their shared gaze fixed away from you. No words pass between them. Instead, they share a silent language of tenderness. Their bodies turn subtly towards each other, forming a private space between them. His hands reach for hers, and without looking, she claims it. Still looking past you, they smile together. This is a curving line, curved in oak. His is a curving line curved in oak. Hers is unabashed and radiant as a lantern on a starless night. He is so beautiful. I do hope we're a good home for him. Turning, you see the object of their attention, a young boy darting between the stalls and playing in the dust. Each distant, exhilarated shout winds their respective smiles and tightens their grips on each other. Is that your son? Yes, he says firmly. He's still watching the boy, but a wary stillness has spilled into his posture. She wants to swats his shoulder, and there's more punch than playfulness in it. Not yet, she says. We adopted Gerium? I'm gonna call him Gerium. And we are waiting to see how he feels about that. Aren't we, Kellanor? His eyes flicker stubbornly, but he does not respond. Go away, go away. Oh, he doesn't like me. Why did he decide to adopt? Well, Kellanor and I, we've been together for how long? Years, he says, a glint in his eyes. Let's see how long this one lasts. You're suspicious. And we know we wanted children, so we tried and tried. We tried a lot. Some days I barely had time to put my clothes on before Cal took them off again. Oh my, you dog. Interesting. Go on. Paja raises her eyebrows but continues. Well, there was poor Cal practically falling asleep on the ship, forgetting his trousers half the time, and me with nothing to show for it but a glow in my cheeks. Clearly we were working with a barren field. Or faulty seeds. Connor adds, deadpan. Does run in the family. If it runs in the family, how can you have a family? I'm just saying. So, so we decided to find a child who needs a home rather than getting old trying to make one of our own, Paja says. That answer your question? Sorry, I'm gonna need more details. Ha! Paja says while swatting at you. I like this one, Cal. He hardly blushes at all. She leans in and lowers her voice. We get asked this question a lot, and finally we found that being explicit about the process usually makes the question just melt away. We've been talking to the wrong sort of people then, Tiber says, grinning over at you. We just love asking questions. Oh, you smartass. Kalanor chuckles at this, but says nothing more. Oh, what brings you here? Jirium likes it, Kalanor says. The stern expression on his stern eyes softens somewhat. We don't have much time between shifts, Budget explains, or money to spend on fripperies. I have no idea. Frip. I'm assuming random junk. Fripperies. So we bring him to the market when we can and watch him play. It's better than a night at the theater. Galena raises their clasped hands and kisses her bruised knuckles. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna talk to your kid. Hello, kid. I'm inside the kid. That's creepy. Charles skids to a halt and rubs his forehead with a grimy forearm, leaving arrow tracks of dirt across the ruddy skin. Hey, Shuva. He pants, shading his eyes from the sun and grinning up at you. Never seen you before. You call me Shuva. What does that mean? Huh? Jared says a cautious light enters his eyes. Really? You never heard of it? Has that changed too? It sounds familiar. I'll lie to him. Make him feel good. Sounds familiar. What does it mean again? Relief flashes across the child's face. It's a nickname for adults. Not a mean one. Not really. Some adults are nice to kids, right? Pat the head. Here's a flower. Bit of Nash. Whatever. But some aren't so nice, so they curse. They shove us aside when we're in the way. Kids remember shoving more than smiles, right? So, shove. Good, at least something. Some things are the same. Do you like playing in the market? Not always, but it's better than school. Heh. And I like watching fantasy name. Let's see if I can even pretend I know what that says. Zafi. Zafi? Yeah, close enough. Zafi. Zafi. Zafai? 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 Sure, Zafai. Make sculptures. The ones that go sharp and curly remind me of the monsters on the side of Scarahall. Scarahall. What is that? A building? Yeah, Shava. Johiram says, chuckling. It's just a building at the center of town, 1,000 hands tall, with a mural on the side like Zafi's sculptures, but flat and in purple rock. Don't think you're going to miss it if you're looking for it. Heh. Hey. We might cliss a whisper, starting to journal with something like concern. The Scar Hall was a grand temple at the center of town, like the child says. I say was because it was torn down centuries ago. I do hope he's lying because otherwise he's mad. Why are you so dirty? I don't know. Pudge and Colmar make me wash twice a day and guess the dirt just likes me. Hey. Don't your parents worry about running around here alone? My parents always says eyebrows crinkle. Mean Pudge and Color? They're not watching me until my Mard and Zero come back from me. What does Mard and Zero mean? Huh, Jeremy says, looking just as puzzled as if you'd asked him what hands are for. Mard and Zero, my parents, you asked me about them. Pauja and Kumar are taking care of me until they come back. That's another one, isn't it? No wonder Pauja doesn't like me talking to people. Rena steals over Jerem's Jehiram's expression, and he bites his lip as though he fears he has said too much and is trying to hold the rest of the words in. I believe you got a mystery. Now you keep using words I don't recognize. Where did you hear them? Do you hear him white? Face goes white. I'm not allowed to tell adults about that or about where I'm from. His gaze steals to Paja and Kelnor. Both of them are suddenly taking greater interest in your conversation. Don't ask. Don't ask, eh? I'm in so much trouble. I'm not even sure what I did. Oh, I hate to see this, Trevor says, raising his eyes to the sky. Such a bright and promising lad. He's already keeping terrible secrets from his elders. What? Do you hear him says, skunking up at him? No, it's not like that. It's nothing rancid. I just promised I'd stay quiet, right? Tiber gives you a barely perceptible jerk at his chin, urging you on. He's right, Jerem. Shouldn't be ashamed of the truth. Tiber nods solemn agreement. He can't help noticing that he looks somewhat ashamed. Jehiram wavers, looking between his adopted parents and the two of you. Finally, he gives you up. Alright, I guess I can tell you, but you can't spread it around, right? Alright, tell me about where you're from. Here, Shava, he says, barrel crinkling in frustration. And I'm from here. I just up and changed without me. It just up and changed without me. I grew up in the downtown. Oh, I grew up in the Downs. My parents lost their spots in the world, in the work chain. We went to sleep hungry, more and more. Neither of them could look at me without crying. He swallows. But everyone in the Downs was starving. Wasn't anything new. People started using that archway more and more. He pauses, scanning your face. The Downs have changed too. I can't see it. On his face. I can see it on his face. What are the Downs? Yay, blue. Whatever that means. Jerem sighs. If you weren't in the families in the up, everywhere else was Downs. Inside the wreckage, we dig deep, looking for food first. Worm second. My neighborhood was inside this curvy spiral. If you've ever seen a painting of a seashell, it's like that. I knew it. What is wrong with this place? Tell me about the archway you mentioned. Big thing. Always good smells coming out of it, too. Like roasted meat in sunny days. He used to watch it, but I was never sure what it was for, you know? And the parents on the Downs never talked about it either. He shrugs without looking at you. Then one morning, I saw Corna, a friend of mine, and her Mard go up. Mard gives her a kiss, since her throat and Corna never came out again. Know what did, though? Bloody bones. I don't know. Food? No, George says. That'd be cruel for our coroner's march to lose her girl and gain a meal. But no, it was a metal ring, he says, lowering his voice to a confidential whisper. Didn't look to be worth much, but every once in a while you'd hear Corna laughing wherever she was, and she was happy, right? He raises his head to his cheek then continues. Handful of days pass and my mother takes me for a walk too. Said she'd find me when they'd save the money, kiss me and push me through it. Woke up outside another archway up in Government Square. Paja and Kilner were waiting for me there. Jerome rubs his eyes. They're not so bad, but I keep hoping my parents will stop by to visit, even if they don't have the money yet, right? He pauses, rubbing at the sudden moisture in his eyes. I'm trying to laugh aloud so they can hear me, though. So it's like a portal to step parents. Interesting. Alright. What do you guys have to say about his tale? At your turn, Pudge and Color tense, but do not look away from Jarn's adventure in the marketplace. Joram told me about the door he went through to get here. What's going on? Had to probably, didn't you? Kellenor growls. Calm down, Kel. Pudge says, putting her hands on his chest. Stranger, can we convince you to leave this alone, please? For the sake of our family. If Joram finds out, I'm terrified to think what will happen. I just wanted to know what's going on here. I won't tell anyone. She bites her lips and searches your eyes. Kellenor hand slides over his shoulder to cup the back of her neck. Maybe you're true to your word, and maybe you're not. The more we argue, Pudge says, the more likely Jerem will overhear. Her eyes shift to you, weary and despairing. Jerem got there through the house at empty time. He comes from cities like us, only centuries in the past. That's why his speech is different. Why he remembers places that aren't here anymore. She jabs her chest with a callous finger. Keep this to yourself. We'll tell him over ourselves when we find a way to letting a child know that everyone he knows and loves is long dead in dust. I'll kick the skiss out of him if he breaks my little boy's heart. No, I don't think the kid really needs to know. Not right now, anyway. I promise that I won't tell him. Killer nods at you. Pudgy says, relieved. Thank you for your understanding, she says. Tell me more about the house at empty time, anyway. We don't know any more than we told you, she says, shrugging. Find the housekeepers and ask her name was. She strolls off for a forehead crease in thought. Alkeen, fantasy name, Gunnar says, keeper of the house of empty time. You might find her in the Government Square. Thank you, Kel. I couldn't hold on to a name if it was buried in a bag of shins, Pesha says cheerfully. Anyway, the very moment we decided to adopt, she was knocking on our door. We were nervous, but you can't argue with the results. She's being past you at Jerem. Alright, cool. Well, with that over, we'll end the episode here. So remember to embrace the chaos or you'll go mad. Bye.